deceased person, said they don't really look like what they used to look like again. Why? Because they would now become darker. They would have really not. Even some of the bodies have been eaten by rats. They've taken some part of their body. Are you listening to me? I'm not saying that place. I'm talking about some mortuaries. Now, when that is happening in the mortuary, can the dead body say, don't bite my finger, don't bite my finger? Some of you are even sleeping, right? Rat is eating your finger, you did not know. Sleeping, how much for someone that has died? And then some body parts are gone because they cannot complain. So a dead man does not know heat. A dead man does not know cold. A dead man does not know whether they put him in a rough place or not a rough place. I don't know how many of you have seen incidences where a rich person dies, maybe in an accident or something, and then they pack their body together with slaves and people that they call their driver and go and dump them in the mortuary until the family comes to claim the body. Can that dead body say, no, I'm not meant to be here, I'm not meant to be here. I need to be somewhere very tush, not in the midst of my driver. Is it possible? No. Everybody, you are the same place. Now, what to this talk is the fact that a dead man is completely forgotten in the place of hope. Is forgotten in the place of light, meaning that there's no illumination that is coming to that life again. That's why when they put a dead body in the tomb in those days, they lock it up. So if you take force of the word himself, force of God himself to bring out a dead body from his deadness. No wonder on that day when Jesus got to the tomb of Lazarus, he said the first thing, roll away the stone. If Jesus didn't request that they roll away the stone, I can tell you that stone will remain there. And I'm sure some people that rolled away the stone that day are saying, let's see what he wants to do. What is he trying to do? This man has died 3 days. Don't forget, listen to me. Now, while he was there, God himself, listen to me. Now, while he was there, God himself had to send the Spirit to go and bring him out and bring him back to life. I tell you for free, if you will succeed in the coming month, in the coming weeks, you need the force of God to come upon you and bring you out from every deadness. Can I say this to you? It was not Jesus alone that was in the tomb on the day that God raised him from the dead. Are you listening to me? They're not talking. It was not Jesus alone that was in the tomb. I didn't say that was in that tomb. That was in the tomb all over the land of Israel the day that God came to wake him up. Which means in the midst of many dead bodies, Jesus must come back to life. And so the Spirit of God locates him. Can I pray for you tonight? As you go in this month, as you go in this quarter, may the life-giving force of God locate you in the name of Jesus. When that life-giving force locates you, suddenly the story changes. Jesus was in the tomb, waiting there. Even though we know that he was going to wake up, but there's a need for a force to come upon him to wake him up. The Bible says, as he was there in the tomb, the Spirit that raised, the Spirit of God himself went and located him and brought him out. Verse 11. And he, the Spirit of him who raised Jesus from the dead. Now, that Spirit of him that went to Jesus and brought him from the dead to life, said, if that Spirit now dwells in your body, are you listening to me? If that Spirit now enters your system, if that Spirit now comes into your life, said that Spirit will do something to you. It will shake you up. It will shake you up. Are you listening? How many of you have seen a dead person come back to life? Oh, nobody. Okay, one person. How does it happen? Sometimes you will see a body just like a log of wood. All hope gone. All hope lost. And then sometimes somebody just sneeze back to life. If you're a dead person. So how many of you have had somebody that has died in your family before that you went for burial? Let me see your hand.